All relationships are transactional. I'll make allowance for probably family relationships, but I think other than that, all other relationships, all other types of relationships are all transactional. And what I mean by that is this is that the two people in those particular relationships are holding up a end of the bargain. And once one of them stops holding up their end of the bargain, the relationship gets rocky and eventually ends. Think about any romantic relationship you've ever been in. I'm 50, I've had a few. And as long as either I or them were holding up our end of the bargain, which whatever that particular it just it varies between people, but it could be it for a man, you paying the bills, you being a provider, you are um, being faithful, whatever. Same thing on the woman's side. She's being a companion. She's there for intimacy. She's taking care of the kids. She's taking care of the household. What have you. As soon as one of those particular people stops holding up their end of the bargain, the relationship gets rocky and is ended. Just think back on all any of your exes. What happened before the relationship ended? Somebody, could have been you, could have been them, stop holding up their particular end of the bargain. And then what happened? It ended. Same thing with like work relationships. As long as you and your manager are happy, or your boss or whatever is happy about what's going on, it's fine. But as soon as you get disgruntled or they're upset about you not doing something that you were supposed to be doing at work, or you did something that you weren't supposed to do at work, then the relationship gets rocky. And 9 times out of 10, because the boss ain't going nowhere, the manager's not going nowhere, you are. So either you're going to get fired or you're going to leave. You're going to resign. Same with friendships. I be honest, I could count all my friends on true friends on one hand. Now I know quite a few people, and I do know quite a few people, but I would never really count them as friends. More acquaintances than anything else. But anyway, back to friendships. The same thing. As long as we are holding up our particular end of the bargain in the relationship, which is friendship with friendships, being present, being a good friend, being a listener, advice, things like that, what have you. As long as we're keeping up our particular end of that friendship bargain, we remain friends. But other than after that, if something happens and one of us gets mad at each other for whatever, friendships end. Relationships are just like that. I think in life, everything is kind of cyclical, isn't it? Seasonal. Everything has a season. It's it's always been funny to me. Like you could have people in your life and they swear, or maybe you're swearing that we'll be together, we'll be friends, we'll be husband and wife, will be whatever forever. These are people that you talk to every day. These are people that you text with now every day. People you're thinking about every day, and then all of a sudden they're gone. They ain't dead. They might be dead to you, but they're not dead. They're just gone. So how do you even put stock into what people tell you? Because you know that eventually this will most likely end. This season that we are in each other's lives is most likely going to end by either you leaving or me or me leaving. So when you go, at least that's how I am now. I look at relationships, understanding that they are in fact transactional and they are seasonal a lot of the times. Now those seasons could last. That season could be a month. That season could be 6 months. It could be 6 years. But everything eventually ends. It makes you appreciate the relationships you're in. It makes you want to keep up your end of that particular bargain. To if that person is important to you, to keep them in your life as long as possible. But sometimes they don't want to keep up their end. So the way I look at relationships and I enter a relationship, any kind of relationship, I understand that this is seasonal. This is seasonal work. This person's not going to be here forever. They're not going to be in my life forever. I'm not going to be in their lives forever. It makes you appreciate things more. It makes you appreciate the time that you spend with them more, and not maybe not take them those moments for granted because you know they aren't going to last forever. This person's not going to be here forever. And to me, understanding that relationships are in fact transactional, it makes me appreciate them more. They're transactional and seasonal. It makes me appreciate them more to understand that this person's not going to be here for long. So if I allow you into my life and you allow me into your life, I don't do that with everybody. And I think anybody that knows me knows that my circle is very small, very, very small. So if I happen to let you into my life and you let me into yours, I want to cherish that. I want to enjoy our season, however long or however short that particular season is going to be. Because I understand that life is short and it's fickle. So I don't get upset with the fact that the relationship that I'm in, I have to hold up my end of it, or the person's probably going to leave. It makes me appreciate them holding me accountable to hold up my end of the bargain. Because if I don't, then they won't be in my life anymore. I don't think a lot of people, I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't look at it like that. We we're too busy being victims. People love being victims today. People love telling you what somebody did to them. They did this to me. They treated me bad. If you walk in the face of this earth, you are the monster in somebody's story, and there's some people that are monsters in your story. You've done people wrong. I don't care how what am I trying to say? I don't care how blameless you like to put yourself up to be. We have all been the victim and been the perpetrator in somebody's story. We've all done people wrong. We've all been done wrong. So all these people walking around here claiming, pretending to be like they're angels, they're full of shit. They are absolutely full of shit. And I think that's why I can find humor in so many things. I look at people and I when they try to put on the act that they put on. And I think probably maybe the worst and the best and the worst thing about how I am now is that I see behind I think people's facades a lot of the time, and I see them for who they are, for who they really are, and not really who they put forth. I don't say anything a lot of the time, so I think people think that I don't really see because I just keep it to myself. It just when I see how and who you are, it just kind of I just adjust my relationship with you. I adjust how I relate to you and how I deal with you. But, I allow people to be how they are. I'm not here to change anybody who doesn't want to be changed. So I think I got off track a little bit, but the point of this video was that relationships are transactional. They're also seasonal. And the fact that they are transactional, it makes you want to be, at least me, makes me want to be accountable to hold up my end of the bargain, especially if it's somebody I feel like I care about. Because I understand that these relationships, especially ones I value, are very short lived. They are seasonal work. They are going to end at some point. So, all right, till next time.